So my dad was always interested in natural history, particularly birds. So he'd been an avid bird watcher his whole life, and moved from that, I guess, into documentary filmmaking with a bunch of mates. Just a self-financed weekend thing. And then he got a paying job with CSIRO making documentary films, and some of those had a sort of natural history aspect to them, and others were more technological. He worked for them for quite a long time, more than a decade, and then he moved into educational filmmaking for commercial firm. And he's also, again, on the side, been involved in other sort of natural history films, particular focus on the environment, and particularly where you've got environmental issues, birds, rivers. Yeah, he's got things to say there. Vague memories from my childhood of him going away on expeditions, because sometimes these were quite a lot of time he would be away from home and then would come back. I remember one time he went away, he made a film about aerial pre-burning for bushfire prevention. So CSIRO developed this tech where they dropped these capsules from aeroplanes and they'd fall on the ground, and then after a while they'd catch fire and burn the leaf litter and stuff like that. So he came back from this one and he brought back some of these capsules. So I was a kid, a boy, pyromaniac. So yeah, these were fantastic. And so they were potassium permanganate and ethylene glycol, I think. And so you inject the glycol into the thing, and after a minute it gets really hot and starts to smoke. So I remember sort of gooey lumps of burned plastic along the driveway. So that's one very definite influence. I remember he talked a lot about how some of the scientists that he was filming at CSIRO were using, today we call it transdisciplinary research. So the people are doing computers and they would work with somebody who was doing pastures or oceans or atmospheres, and they were sort of applying computer technology, which was nascent at that point, to all these new growing areas. And so that's probably something that stuck with me. And these days it has a name, transdisciplinary, interdisciplinary research. It's where interesting stuff happens when you bring two fields together. Each has got something to add, and in aggregate you can do more than either of you could do before. And so I've had a few of those episodes or encounters in my professional career.